So if you're on camera now, you're caught and you're on the internet. So just be careful. So we're going to start with Microsoft, right? Like I said, the daily chart overextended. It need to come back a little bit. But if you look at the 4 hour, things are starting to line up because when it does come back, it comes back to the 21-day moving average, which is around 491. Now, in this case, it might not necessarily come back all the way here. We might just see price wicking below. So even a dollar drop, anywhere near there, it might be okay for getting on a pullback. If you look at your daily chart, you got the price how it ran up to 499. I think we're going to test that $500 level this week. You look at your weekly chart, you're going to see how things line up, right? Weekly chart way overextended. But then again, from the last 10 candles, 10 weekly candles, you have what's that? One red week? Just run one red week. The rest is all green, right? The rest is all green. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, I'm bullish. I'm pretty confident that this continues moving higher. I'm pretty confident that we'll see more green this week, right? Like I said, $500 is the price target. $500 is where I want to see Microsoft this week, and that's all-time highs. Okay. Also remember, not everything is going to play out on day one. Tomorrow is the first day of the week, but it's also the last day of the month. So yeah, that's Microsoft. But you can see on the weekly chart, it's way overextended, right? It's been ran up, but it can still go higher. That's the thing. And sometimes when the market running, things are going well, there's optimism, it's bullish sentiment. Something like Microsoft, just gonna keep going and going and going. So yeah, target for Microsoft is $500 this week. Next up, the one and only PLTR. So I've been praying, plotting, scheming on this for 5 days straight. I ain't touched it yet. You know what we're doing this week, right? The weekly chart came back for us. Look at the weekly chart, right? You got an inverted hammer candle. The weekly chart came back for us. Inverted hammer candle. Daily chart. This is a daily chart pullback, okay? Daily chart pullback isn't too bad. We had a similar pullback back at the beginning of the month when I got, I think, $130 Palantir calls, and we ran it up there that week. Same pattern right now, right? This pattern has repeated itself before. Same pattern. Palantir, steady uptrend, right? Steady uptrend. Got a golden cross, we broke out, steady uptrend, pull back, go higher, pull back. This is the week we go higher. I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't care about 3 red days in a row. Palantir ain't gonna get shorted right now. It's not getting shorted just yet. 4 hour is looking kind of funny, right? 4 hours looking kind of funny. But then we go back to what happened beginning of June. Pull back. And even though it's below the moving averages, this is Palantir. They're gonna buy it back up again. Is this wait, is this overnight hours? It might already be up about $4. But it's okay. We're still gonna run it up back up to 140, 145. So I'm looking at the July 11 call. 140 or 145 are both okay. Again, the daily chart, cool, big red candle. We actually needed this. We really needed this red candle, right? Because we've been so overextended on a weekly, we need to come down a little bit before we head higher, right? So I like my odds with Palantir. I like the idea that, it's pulling back to go higher. And I like the fact that most of us have been preparing ourselves for this moment. So it's almost time to really take advantage of it. All right, next up, HIMS. Okay. So for HIMS, one sec. Is it someone said it's echoing? Let me know if it's still echoing. But yeah,
It's not you good.
okay, cool. HIMS. So I like HIMS for a couple of reasons, right? So you got the weekly chart here. We kind of topped out at this level, came down, and still had a green week. They dropped the price all the way down to $40. They started to buy it back up at the end of the week. Now we're in between the moving averages, so we might find a bit of chop here for a little bit. We might find a little bit of chop. But check the daily. Check the daily. This is where you start seeing the magic, right? This is where you start seeing magic. Huge gap down. Nice. Because we topped out at that level again. Huge gap down. Cool.
Man, if you gonna be in here, please mute your mic, bro. If y'all not muted, I'm gonna find your name in the chat. I'm gonna time you out for tomorrow.
Facts. Facts. Because I'm like, you even distracted me. I'm hearing some cartoon characters in the background. I'm not trying to hear Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse right now. So, okay. Yeah, so hymns, right? Hymns could be a banger, right? Why will hymns be a banger? We got a gap down. We got an overreaction to news. Every reaction in the market, it seems to be an overreaction. We got the gap down on the news. Cool. Now what started happening? Couple of days consolidation. The 4 hour chart kind of shows this a bit more. Couple of days consolidation. We start to break out. Start to trend above the moving averages. Okay, we got rejected at the $52 level, which was a price target. Remember, it was a second price target. We got rejected, but we still holding above the 200 EMA, right? Back to daily chart. So you've got a bit of rejection here at the moving averages. You've got a level of resistance as well right here. That's okay. That's okay. I don't think this is going to be an issue for us. Reason being, once again, HIMS is one of them stocks. When it catches fire, it catches heat. You guys saw it Friday. Well, let's go see what we did Friday, right? You saw it Friday. We swung calls from Thursday, right? Thursday, we were at $42. Friday, we hit 52. When HIMS catches fire, when HIMS catches heat, there's not that many stocks out there right now like it, right? Like I said last week, or was it last week Sunday or even the week before? I think it was midweek the week before. I said it. HIMS, they need to start putting this on what do you call it, on the S&P 500 and get rid of Apple, right? So yeah, HIMS. I'm looking forward to this. I think we're going to go back to test that $52 level this week. And if we look at the daily, we might be able to finally break it and start heading up back up to the 55 and then maybe 64 within the next couple of weeks. July 18 is my target for HIMS. July 18 is the one where I want to say, okay, you know, when I see what I'm, when I see what I want to see this week, I'm gonna be confident that we hit that 60 and $64 price targets by July 18th. Okay. Next up, the one, the only, the mighty, advanced micro devices. So April 6th was a huge day. Where's April 6th? Right? Or maybe it was April 7th. There you go. April 7th, we were at $78.
Hey, it says this meeting is being transcribed. What does that mean?
Oh, someone is like they don't have very good hearing, so they what do you call it? They'll be written to.
Like trans. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
because their hearing isn't, like I do know there's a couple guys that told me that they struggle with hearing, so I was like, okay. So yeah, like they're just taking the notes on it. So um a participant has asked you to start AI companion.
That was me, my bad.
Okay, I accepted it though. I'm not hiding nothing. So yeah, AMD $78, April 7th. Bullish. We've been bullish since, as in very clearly bullish since May 1st. We're at the point where it's a little bit overextended, right? Look at the weekly candles. The last two weekly candles are nutty. They're incredibly crazy. But my price target for this summer is 164, right? So how do we trade AMD? We want it to come down a little bit. We do, right? Like what happened last time. Jumped up, came down, or jumped up, had a red day, continued uptrending, jumped up. Now it's coming down a little bit. That's okay. I don't mind AMD coming down a little bit because again, 145, my price target for this week, right? We hit 145 last week. We hit 148. Sorry, 148, my price target for this week. We hit 145 last week. We hit 148 last week. Now I want us to hit 148 and break through. Can we get to 150? That's the question. Can we get to 150? If you are in AMD calls with me, we're in the 146 calls. They were only a couple $100, but I think, with a bit of momentum, you're going to see this moving forward. Look, you're going to see this moving to the upside. Look at 4 hour, 4 hour, 4 hour, 4 is crazy. 4 hours so elite, right? You got a little bit of consolidation. So you got the breakout, a bit of consolidation before the next consistent breakout on the 4-hour chart. You got a crazy dragonfly doji and then a hammer candle on the coming off the moving averages. It's ready for the next big move to the upside again. That line there, where we've hit 1, 2, 3 times, I could even just line it up like this. I could line it up like that. Boom. That's what we're looking for. 147.49. That's the first price target, right? AMD's got something for us this week. AMD's got something for us for this week, and obviously everyone knows here. There's another stock. It begins with Goo. It rhymes with Google. It is Google, right? This is it. All right. So, yeah, Google. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do, right? What are we trying to do? Google, right? We at 170. So we in 172.5 calls or 175 calls, right? This is the price target, right? I'm gonna show you my first price target, right? So my first price target was 178. We clearly, broke out and we hit 178. We jumped $10 this week. Cool. Next one is really 179.69, which is the same as 180 pretty much. Now, we've got a hammer candle coming off my resistance, my support level. Okay? This support level was a previous resistance for Google, and it was a pretty strong resistance. Now we've got a hammer candle coming off the support on the 4-hour. The daily is slightly overextended, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter right now. Moving averages are diverging to the upside, right? Price is in our favor. Look, the momentum is in our favor. Look at the big green volume there on Friday. People are flocking to this, right? And this is what I want to highlight. There's 2 green circles here. This price point, this spot is where Google bounced out both times pretty much, right? Level of support, 166.31. So we were able to get in last week on Wednesday, right? Now, last time they ran it up to 179. This time they're running up probably to the same level. This time, though, it might just bust straight through that level and go higher. That's our hope, right? That's what we want to see. Now, if that does happen, we can start to dream. Now, we can start to dream in a couple ways, right? So I'm going to highlight this little box here. I'm going to highlight this little channel, but what do you want to call it right here? And I'm going to draw it all the way. Oof. I'm just collect right there.
You want to bust through that?
Yeah. So, hey, you guys need to stop watching all this stuff, man. Anyway, so this is flying past 179, hopefully, and we're going to try and hit that 180, 176 target zone. Now, this zone is important because it consolidated here before it sold off last time. This time, we may get to that zone. We might tap the zone before we sell off. But really, again, 179.69 is the next price target, and then probably 180, 158. That's probably the next price target. That's one where we start dreaming, and if that happens, we're up 400, 500% on our contracts. We're already up, I think, 280%. If I pull up, I'm not going to pull up my screenshots, my portfolio now. I think around 280% or 285% right now, right? That's great. That's fine. First and foremost, before we talk about price targets, manage your trade. I've seen some of you guys are 25, 30 contracts deep in that Google. That's fine. You're enjoying your week. You're enjoying these contracts that expire this week. But please remember, if you've got 25 contracts of Google, 16 contracts, 18 contracts of Google, sell some of those, lock in profit, take out your initial investment, whatever you want to do, manage your trade. I've seen people that are up almost five figures on Google calls. Great. But if one Google pulls back to 173, if it does, because it's possible, right? It happened a couple of times this week, and you start, panicking and you lose out on money, it's not going to be fun. It's going to mess up your mental, right? Again, 181.60 or whatever, that's if we're dreaming. That's if Google comes through for us and we're just celebrating. Realistically, I'm thinking we hit that 179.
Google pisses me off.
What's wrong with Google?
I always sell this bitch early. Always Google. Always, like, why did it do that? The chart was perfect though. Perfect, yeah, but why did it have to wait till the last 10 minutes? That was so gay.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie though. I think Google finna bust through all that shit. That double bottom off your green line with the
Yep.
structure on the daily, on the 4 hour, all that shit off your 200 EMA with the two back-to-back hammer candles. It just formed on the daily. I think it in the weekly got a hammer candle too. I think Google finna go take through all that. That's just my opinion.
I agree. I think. Let me see. What would you have for a price tag?
Juice, shut the fuck up. Don't make me start. Talking about I knew better. Yeah, I was up 120%. That's what I know. Then everybody start to pull back. I'm sick.
What would your price target be for Google?
I want to be charged.
Me?
I want to be, crazy, but I'm not going to do it.
You.
Face. It's been
hold on.
The only way.
Hold on.
Someone
Let me mute my mic.
asked,
Let me mute my mic real quick.
Someone just asked if you sold out completely out of Google, what would be your approach?
Hey, Juice, you ain't gotta do me like that, bro. God damn, bro. I apologize, bro. Damn, I apologize. Sorry. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go to my trading view real quick.
Yeah. I mean, bro, it could get nice this week. It could get nice this week.
Yeah, but
I hate Google, bro. Damn, bro. This is the second time, bro.
But I still am open to his formula, dude. You got a good 3 weeks.
Well, you already pushing the price target at 180, right? 180 is the first price target. So if you bust 180, you want to come back and retest that 180 and go higher to wherever and come like the ultimate price target.
Yeah.
Google got to get back into around that 190 area.
No, but this week.
That's what I'm saying. This if Google asks how the chart saying, Google can get back to one. This week, Google went from the lower last week was 161, fam.
Yep.
To 178 to 17 points. So it's only gonna take 12 to get to 190.
That's true.
And last week, that's the engulfing candle. You crossing the 50 MA on the weekly. Bro, I can't believe he is, bro. But you have an inverted head and shoulders on the daily at the bottom. Then you got the retest of that. Your green line is the neckline for the inverted head and shoulders, which create a double bottom. Right. You're getting back-to-back hammer candles on the daily chart. Like at the bottom down there, if you go to the bottom, that's your inverted head and shoulders all the way down. All the way down. Yeah, in that area right there, that's your right shoulder. You go left, that's your head. Since I woke up this morning, then you got your left shoulder, but you got extended hours on, so your shit look a little junky. But I'm still gonna pursue Shelly. Yeah, this isn't the best thing. But yeah, long story short though, you cracked that 180, which is the high,
Mm-hmm.
You cracked that 180, which is your green line was the structure, and then the high is that 180 spot, that 179, your white line. That's your price target where you would want it to get to, and you'd be like, okay, I could take my paper. That's the great trade. You bust through that, you gonna fly.
Right.
You gonna cover that box you made. You gonna most likely cover that box.
I think so, honestly.
A lot of people in the chat saying that most of them sold too soon. So tell them what would be your approach. What would be your approach to getting in Google? I was telling them.
So go to your 15-minute chart.
And we stopped for food on the way. Hot dogs.
So I literally, if you was in a lounge, I said, Google bust through this 200 EMA. Most likely is going to come back and retest and do what, like, come back and retest 200 EMA and do what it thinking. This bitch came back and retested and went up more than you can ever think. Like, what the? So right now, Google just look at the EMAs now. Like, it's just,
yeah.
It might not, with them double back-to-back hammer candles on the daily.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to enter Google. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
The entry was down there at that 173 spot where it came at the retest that 200 EMA. That was your entry.
Yeah. There was a guy in the chat. He was buying up Google when it came down off the EMA.
What do you mean they
I think that was Rara.
No, there was another one. There was another one. I
Okay,
forgot.
yeah, it was. You're right. Somebody just kept buying it. He kept saying in the chats he was buying it too.
Yeah. Right here. Boom.
There's nothing wrong with it though. Even if I took profit, I hit 100% I took profit. Like there's nothing wrong with it. You feel me?
Yeah,
like
you didn't
people
actually
who
sell
are
too
you
soon.
gotta realize that some people who are holding, some people got like 1 or 2 contracts, cool. But most of them people who holding that big in that bitch real deep, they don't give a fuck about what they you feel me?
Yeah.
Their mental is a little different.
You
Honestly.
hear me?
They shit a little different. You feel me? They sitting in that bitch heavily. So be okay with what you got. You came out green. You came out big green. Came out 200, 300, 400%. That's just stupid green. Know that.
Right.
Different types of green out here.
And so the thing is with Google, right? Like, we're already up 280%.
All right, wait, hold on now. That shit echoing. Hey, Danny, mute your shit, bro.
Yeah. With Google, we already up 280%. So people saying that they sold too soon, not really. Realistically, not really. Because before this Discord, be honest, right? No shade, you weren't really hitting 280%, right? So you didn't really sell too soon. But if you didn't have, but if you had, let's say 5, 10 contracts, then you sold too soon. That's kind of how it is.
Yeah, the thing is, you feel me? People, like I said, some people just sitting in there heavy. They can hold that bit. You feel me? But when Google opened up in the morning on Friday, those contracts hit. My joint hit like 120, some shit like that.
Yeah, I was at 135.
That was that's cool for you to sell, and you just got to know how to reap. You know, you could have took that money and waited for the pullback. Like I said, it broke the 200 EMA. It had to come at to retest it, and it did it textbookly. Like, and you could have got in, repositioned, and got back in right there again.
Yeah.
So it's not really doing that. It's overstand. Sometimes y'all come in chat and y'all looking for that crazy shit, and y'all overstay y'all welcome.
Yeah.
Let the people with big money overstay what they welcome because they don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Manage your port.
So the fact
That's
is that
it.
you
For example, CRWV, I stayed in that shit way too long.
In fact, you know what's the craziest part? Some people stayed in CRWV so long that they actually missed getting into Google like 4 times. Look at the entries for Google.
Exactly.
So we entered somewhere.
And-
We entered somewhere
and-
here.
And that's a damn shame if you stayed in CRWV if you stayed in trade that long that you missed multiple other trades, that's a damn shame.
It
You
is.
just waiting for some shit to come back. It's a shame. You need to look at yourself in the mirror.
Because we entered on Tuesday or Wednesday, either one, I can't remember. Either way, pull back here, 1 pullback. Next day, pull back here, 2 pullbacks. Next day, Friday, 3 pullback. Bro, if you're still in CRWV at that point, come on. In fact, let's talk about CRWV because this is a bearish chart. This could get put down all the way to 150s again. Look, this is a, sorry, 1 hour chart I want to do. This is clearly bearish, right? So we could get some nice put action. So if you was in CRWV the whole week, come on. Realistically, look at the levels. Right? It was put territory. Right? It was put territory. So you gotta understand what you're doing realistically.
Hey Prince, you got a twin, bro.
Who?
Private Victory. He got his purple one on. At least his shit fit though. Your shit all extra small. Nah, don't go high now, my boy. Tight shit.
Yeah. So Yeah, CRWV is in good put territory. You look at the daily chart, it's about to get nasty. Like it's just started to break below the moving averages, right? If you really want to trade CRWV, just knock it down another 50, 12, 15, 12, $11. You could eat good on the puts. But I've been saying from when we were at 170 and we broke, look, I think it was Wednesday, right? We ran out. It was Wednesday. We ran out. Oh, here it is. Here's Wednesday. We come out so we ran up pre-market, come out the gates tanking. I said it was puts on. It's puts on, puts on. The rest of the week we hit, but we hit 150 flat, I think. 152, there you go. Come on, that was put territory, right? Ain't no way people were still trying to hold calls, trying to see something to the upside. No, this is put territory, right? Another one which is put territory. Circle.
14,074 want to know your indicator.
Oh,
The
yeah.
921.
921 200 EMA. That's the it's called multiple EMAs. Let me show you. Here. Multiple EMA.
When you go to the indicators, type in multiple EMA. Yep, right there. The multiple EMA, it should pop up 2050 like that right there.
Yeah. And
It
then you
should
just
pop up
change it.
multiple EMA 2050 100. And then
Yeah.
you go to the settings thing right there, the second thing right there, hit that, and then change it. The vase right there. Change it to 921 200. And it'll do it for you. Then go to style and then put your colors. Usually green like that. Green, yellow, red, green, orange, red. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And ignore this. I don't know what none of this is.
I don't know why it was chasing circle calls either, because circle did. Look at that circle chart. That shit came up, made a double, looks like a double top right there, and then just started tanking.
Hanging. We went from 290 to 180. Oh shoot, I should have got some more of this put action. Oh, I missed it. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, I missed this whole thing. I didn't even see it was dying like that. It dropped 16% Friday. Oh, I missed the puts action like crazy.
Bruh, that's why I got out of Google, bruh. You feel me? Like Palantir was getting deleted. A lot of stuff was getting deleted. So I'm like, fuck. All right, I'm gonna just take mine. I end up selling like 90-something%, 95%. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'll just sell it.
Yeah.
Next thing, bruh, you can't call that. You can't call the last 20
Google
minutes of
never
the day, bro.
fell.
You
Google
can't
never
call
fell
that,
underneath
bro.
the EMAs though, Bob.
Huh?
Google never fell underneath them EMAs like that though.
It ain't about EMAs, bro. The EMAs only guide you so far, fam.
It never fell below structure either. Oh well, you got in different times.
That's really what's going on. The 15 minute and the hourly, it just went to structure. That's really what happened. And I wasn't paying attention to that shit. I just seen that other shit was falling, so I just went on about my.
Don't worry about it. Just give me the cash. Don't worry about it.
For me, for Google, what I was looking for, the higher time frames for us to break below that 200. That was it. For the 1 hour, I guess. What was another time frame I was looking at though? Oh, it's probably 15, yeah.
It's probably gonna be this kind of pullback right here.
You can't call that, bro. One candle, $4 on Google.
Nobody can predict that.
Bruh, $4, bruh.
Bro, we moved up $6. We moved up $6 in 1 hour. $6 in an hour.
Bro, it bro, go to the beginning of the day. Go to the beginning of the day. When it was 9:30 on
17
Google.
to 20. That's $3.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. You got to be okay with some of this shit. You feel me? You got to be okay with it. Just be like, fuck it, I fucked up. It's okay. Not even you fucked up, but look.
What's this right here?
Check this out, bro.
So
Was that the beginning of the day?
Mhm.
Oh, 6. Oh, it's do be 6:30 your time. Okay, so draw a line right there.
boy, this
Bro,
shit
there's
was
too many people unmuted, man. Oh, mute.
Yeah, just draw a line right there.
Hey,
That boy
whoever's
bring a trend
unmuted,
line.
I'm guarantee I'm finding your name and I'm muting you for the next session. So good luck.
Oh, that boy the police. That boy got his badge on. No, just you go all. I want you to draw the line. Just go
Oh,
all
you
the way
want to go?
across.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Cause people mad about this shit. Cause Google not got his ass tooted up. It's like, bro, you can't predict. You can't call this shit. Now go back over there to the end of the day.
I like new shit.
Go to your 15-minute chart, Prince. I'm gonna whoop you, bro.
I would love to live in my own land.
That boy ready to go party. That's what it is. Y'all got Prince fucked up. Go to the 6:30 candle.
Yeah.
All right, so facts right there. Cool. You feel me? Google opened up at 173, bro.
Yeah.
It fell down to where? It fell down. Look. At 170, go to that where you fell right under the where you went back and retested the green line. Where you retested the green line. To the right.
Oh.
Right some more. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
got you here.
Right there. Yeah. So right there, that 15 minutes kind of it didn't shift structure, but it's like it retests there. EMAs under EMAs, you start falling. That's scary, bro. Like you don't know what's really gonna happen. No, you could have just kept falling. It just went down. So Google opened up at 173. It got down to 172, 171. I can't really see because the shit in the way, but it got down to 171 area 172. That bitch shot up $7 in the last hour. You can't predict that shit. You can't. It's okay, man. If you took your money and you was up 70, 80, 100%, it don't matter. Be happy, bro. You can't predict that shit, bro. Like that changed the whole daily candle. That's fucked up.
I'll tell you this though. It's gonna be like a whole bunch of people tomorrow trying to chase that move. Don't do it.
Don't do it. On Friday, when you was asking me, a lot of people was asking in the chat, should I get into Google? I said yes, because we got next week expiry. That was around here. If you're asking that when we hit the first price target, now you're risking it.
It'll be another trade, man. It'll be another trade.
Yeah. Look at Spotify. Let's break down Spotify. That was on my list this week. Look at this. This is a smooth uptrend as you find. Right? It's smooth.
Damn, it's only 3 trading days this week. What's going on?
Yeah, it is.
What happened? What's going on this week?
They got July 4th.
Oh, nigga, you slow.
I know. That's how I feel.
Almost tilt, man. You got your helmet next to you, bro?
So yeah, this is Spotify, right? This is so smooth. So I'm just expecting to pull back and then head higher. That's all. That's all. We already talked about Palantir. We talked about hymns. We didn't talk about Duolingo. Look at this. This look like some put action. Right, the 4 hour, right? Potential put action. It had a good green day Friday, but the higher time frames.
Ooh, what's this? Go back to that. Yeah. Show me that weekly.
Yeah, the weekly is nice.
If we work through a few people, that will do.
This shit expensive as hell too. It's sitting at 400.
Teasing them a little bit.
But this shit, these contracts cost about $1,000, don't it?
Funny as fuck.
Man, get me off this shit.
Yeah. So if you got money, it's gonna get deleted. Another good stock right now. Ooh.
I called that in the chat too, and I forgot, bruh.
Yeah.
That hurt. That was a good play from a swing Thursday to Friday.
Right. Just this is a $15 run, you know. Last week it was $15 run. but on the daily time frame, oh, it's nice though. It's smooth.
The reason I said Amazon, it was in the chat. If somebody's seen it or not, I don't know. But the only reason I said it, you was coming off the 21 EMA. I mean the 9 EMA. You had a red candle, pullback, green candle. It was expecting just another green candle to follow through. It did it. Amazon woke up at like 222.
That's it.
220, I think. 220. My bad. Yeah, it woke up at 220.
I mean, it's some stocks there that are really showing you, hey, I'm a run to the skies for you. It's some setups there, I'll tell you that. Oh, this guy got his camera on. What's his name? Okay, but either way, yeah, Amazon. I like Amazon for a continuation. If we can break
QCOM.
QCOM. Yeah, this is a bit janky though. It's all right though. On the 4 hours, all right. Yeah, it's all right. On the 4 hour, bounce off the moving average. You got a golden cross. It coming down off the EMAs now with a little bit of a doji there. It's all right. It's all right. But you know what stock I was look? Oh yeah, that one. This is gonna blow. This is getting ready to blow back up. This is doing what XYZ did last month. Let's look at it. We got to close above the 200 moving average. They had earnings, they sold off. Back-to-back green days to start the week, over to the end of the week. It's almost showtime, guys. It's almost showtime with this one.
So it's gonna go fill that. It's gonna go fill that gap too.
Yeah, it'll fill that gap back up. So this one you can just get the $145 call for July 18. We're almost there. It's about 100 something bucks. Or the 150 call for August 15th. It's going back up. Yeah, it's going to be that. Then another swing trade I'm in right now, it's up 85%, but okay, how smooth do you want a chart to be? Is that smooth? This one I called out Thursday when I was driving, I remember. How smooth do you want a chart to be? Right? There ain't much smoother than that. That's what I'm gonna say. Daily, nice. 4 hour, smooth. Pull back to go higher every time. Weekly, oh yeah. That's that back-to-back green weeks. So yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. I'm swinging them $60 calls for July 18. That's it. You're up about 86%. And then you got Oklo, right? Oklo just waiting, consolidating in between the moving averages on the daily. Oklo waiting. Remember when Oklo blows? What did we do last time at this level? When it blew? What happened? We blew, no? Okay. Look at the weekly chart. Nah, not good. Oh wait, we're pulling back to the moving averages. Okay, back to back red weeks, but we can say okay because it come back to the moving average. Again, daily chart, we're wondering what's going on. Are we just consolidating in between the 9 and 21, getting ready? Yeah.
Someone asked, where do you search to find your new potential stocks to trade?
Yahoo Finance. Can you see this tab? Let me know if you can see this tab right now.
I can see it. I don't know if they can, but I can see it. So I'm assuming they can.
Okay. This is what I do. I find what's trending here. See, Palantir trending. That's us. We already know. And then the rest of futures. Then I go to my portfolio, my watch list.
Nigga, what you do after that?
Put them in here. Type them
I'm
here.
saying, like, but they saying when you Okay, cool.
No, they know I trade the same stuff though. I trade the same stuff. That's all though.
All right, shit.
Like I know, okay, I'm gonna say it this way. If I see something in the chat or I see something in the trending thing, I'm gonna add it to this place and I'm gonna just kind of watch it, kind of see what it does on a daily basis. That's all it. I'm not even joking. I don't complicate it. I don't.
So you wait for it to pull back, you wait for it to shoot
Yeah,
up.
I wait for it to have a big move. So this is it. See Palantir, 10%. Oh, now you caught my eye.
Okay, cool. All
That's
right, I
all.
see what you're doing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
For example, SMCI, I haven't even traded it in like 3, 4 months. It's always done like these small moves here and there. Snowflake, I traded it like once. Roku, like once. I'm actually missing a stock on here. What's it? Um,
You screenshot this motherfucker. All right, bet.
Yeah, that's all.
Hey,
Like
Prince, why you ain't take that NVIDIA, man?
I was in AMD. I'm a big AMD guy.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah, that's all.
respect it. I respect it.
The AMD did 650% though, so I
Nah,
see
it
the
went
NVIDIA.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good. NVIDIA run AMD gonna run every
yeah,
time.
facts.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone said, "What are your top three trades for the week if you had to put them in order?"
Phew, that's a great question. That's a good question. Top three. Uh, mm. You talking strike price and that as well, or just top three trades, like just tickers? Because I can give you tickers. I'm gonna go with this. Lemonade, LMND. Let me type it out for you. Top three tickers, LMND, AMZN, CELH. I'm gonna go with them three. But now, are they gonna blow this week, next week, the week out? I don't know, but I like the setups. Because if we're talking about strike for this week, like I'd say Hims because I think Hims will hit 52 this week. But I don't know, obviously you don't know when it's gonna happen, that kind of stuff. So and it's already jumped Friday. So I like these three though. LMND, AMZN, CELH. But again, Palantir is there, Hims is there. It's a bit tough. And of course, I'm not Warren Buffett, so I don't know when they're gonna blow, but they can't blow. They're gonna blow. Yeah. I'm trying to find the chat because I cannot see it. Where is it? Oh, okay, here it is. Now wait, what? Oh, okay, okay, okay. CLC, why didn't you take a bit? Oh yeah, we talked about that. CLCL puts chop me up. Nah, CLCL, if you're just patient, CLCL should, yeah. Can't you make a Coast admin? Nah, it doesn't let you do that on Zoom. Okay, most of you guys just saying, just, yo, put your speakers on. Damn, it's hella messages.
Well, most of y'all gotta realize though, it's something that y'all don't understand quite yet. Prince is a swing trader, so if he's down on it the first day, he ain't tripping. But most of y'all be ready to cut it the first day. Prince don't be tripping the first day. So
You
you
know,
gotta realize what type of trader you are. You gotta align with your trading style, not Prince.
you know what I love about the chat? Because it happens every single time, like every single time. Actually, I'm gonna say no, that's not true. 9 times out of 10, because obviously we don't win every single time. 9 times out of 10. It happened with Google as well. It's down on the first day. Everyone's talking about, oh, it's this, it's that. We got in at the high. It's this. The next day, that stock blows through the roof, and everyone's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm swing trading this. The first day is not the most important day. It's kind of the most irrelevant day, honestly. If the second day we wake up and it's down bad, okay, that's fair. Like I'll give you that because you already held it a day. But every time we do the same thing. We did it with was it Celsius or Cheesecake last week? I can't remember. One of them two. We did it. I think it's
Someone asked, can you do SoFi?
yeah, I'm gonna do SoFi. SoFi always I love SoFi. It's gonna go to $16 this week. Oh wait, never mind. It's already at 7. Wait, what? I guess SoFi's already hit my price targets. I'm not gonna lie. I'm waiting for it to come down a bit. What? Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to come down. My price target for June was $16. I didn't realize it was at 17. Hey, some of these stocks are on crack right now. How are SoFi at 17, 18? Let me see the weekly candle. It's gonna be crazy. Oh yeah, no wonder. That makes sense. We was at 14.59. Yeah, that makes sense. Damn, we was at $9. Yeah, SoFi, honestly, you need to wait for it to pull back. SoFi's already way past. It keep gapping up. That's just yeah, SoFi's already done what it's gonna do for now. I like the stock though. I like the company. Nah, but yeah, I have with the stocks and stuff. I have fun because I'm a swing trader, right? SoFi, I like swing trading it, but I'm waiting for it to pull back. Whatever stocks we trade and we swing trading them, right? So if we want to be upset and stuff, that's okay. But just we gotta give it a day, then we can be real upset. And even like you saw with Google, it was, it was the worst stock ever. It was this and that, and it gave us a crazy last 5 minutes. Now, not every stock is going to do that, sure, but a lot of these stocks is going to do that. Circle did it last week. Circle was down. People were talking about they down 30%, 35% on Circle. It ended up doing 2,500%, whatever. Like not every stock is going to do that, but again, it's funny because it's just a day later. When it's a setup, trust me, guys, a lot of the time it will play out. Not every time, but a lot of the time it will play out. ARM, he said ARM, ARM. This is smooth. Pull back a
Oh
little.
yeah, that thing. I missed that thing so many times. That shit. I seen that at 125.
Yeah. This was down here. This is down here. Micron as well, right? Oh yeah.
Yep. I'll wait for a nice little pullback. It never happened. That bitch just kept going. I'm like, God, all right, well, fuck it.
Mm-hmm. What else was it? Another stock that was kept moving, moving, moving. Oh, Roku. I think Roku been jumping up. Yeah, Roku been jumping recently. You guys remember we traded Roku a couple weeks ago? What did it do? It just hung around here. Now back up to 87. That's the crazy thing about these stocks.
Someone asked, "Do you trade Mickey D's? Could you analyze? I believe is looking to jump up."
Yeah, it could be potential for re-entry or entry for calls. We got a bit of movement on the EMAs here. We got price that come down to the EMAs. Let's see when we start to see, some action. We'll see. I don't know. Like right now, it's still a bit low for me. I rather see a confirmation of uptrend, but the 4 hour nice, right? The 4 hours nice right there. The 1 hour nice too. We could get a little bit of action, but I'll wait. I'll wait for this one. Like I'll say this, it's a good opportunity, but when I look at all the trades in the market and I see all the different stocks, there's better opportunities out there right now. Let's put it that way. If I had to pick top 10 trades, this would not be in there. Like top 10 setups, I'll say. This would not be in there right now. Hopefully that makes sense.
Make sure you drop that motherfucker in the Discord.
Thanks.
That top 10, top 5, top 3 on your damn.
Thanks.
Drop something.
I'll drop them.
And not 2 minutes before the market.
Oh
Either.
God, drop that bitch tonight.
Yeah, you got work to do before you go get drunk, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Someone said, "Can you check out Iron? You had previously flagged it. I think it could still run a little bit more."
Yeah, so my price target for this was $13.60. We already blew past that, bro. Like that green line was my price target. We up, bro. When I called it, it was 13 flat or like 12 something. We've gone past that. So it's hit my price targets. But the funny thing is, it can still go. It probably still go more. I'm pretty confident. Oh, it went 7% Friday. Okay. Okay. It's teaching me a thing or two, huh? Yeah, I think it's good, but again, this ain't my top 10. It's already done. It's because it's already hit price targets. So one of the things is when you already hit price targets, I'm not really looking at you no more. Like Meta's hit all my price targets. It's 700, right? My price target was 700, somewhere around here. All right, 704. It's already at 7:33. I'm not really looking at it like that no more. That's all. What else we got?
Someone said, "What you see for AMD and Oscar this week?" Even though I know you reviewed AMD already.
I've done AMD. We'll do Oscar. And maybe I'll do Uber for you. Uber could be good. So Oscar's cool. Daily chart is interesting, right? It's a bit weird. Jumped up, it's kind of hanging in and around the space. You'll probably want some kind of you'll probably see some kind of wicks when they try to push price down this week, maybe below $20 again. I mean, we're up 40% right now, or 35% right now. It's not really in any danger. 4 hours strong, moving average is diverging. We keep pulling back to go higher, whether it's the 9 or the 21. Sorry, whether it's the 21 or the 9, we keep pulling back to go higher. Hourly is consolidating a little bit, right? A little bit. Like it's kind of staying in between. If I zoom out a little bit.
Someone said QQQ is currently trading between 550 and 544. Do you believe we'll push past 552 this week?
Yeah, I do believe so. But again, new month, be careful, beware. Just be
And short week.
new month, short week. Also, we're already at all-time high, so just be careful. I do believe it can though. It's only $3. It's not that much. It's just $3. It's not much. But SPY, I mean QQQ, whichever one.
I'll have my SPY chart tomorrow morning. I'm gonna do that shit right after I get off the Zoom.
Let's just draw this a sec. I don't know what this is now. What's this? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, it can keep going. It can keep going, honestly. Because look, if we zoom out, oh shoot, yeah. Yeah, we can hit 552, a little 552 and come back down. I mean, again, I think it's better. It's good though, but yeah. What am I missing?
Well, QQQ doesn't necessarily have to close that. I don't know. You talking about that downside gap? Because there ain't no upside gap. There's only a downside gap. And technically, it doesn't have to fill. I mean, all gaps get filled, but it don't have to fill. It don't have to fill it right away because we still got a whole bunch of unfilled gaps down below. That doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna go fill that downside gap, but we very well sure can. But yeah, fact, yeah, the downside gap, yeah. Yeah, at some point, we'll go fill that gap. But I just think with the ETFs, they're just so bullish right now that we have a couple more legs up before we come back down. Yeah, like QQQ made all-time highs Friday, new all-time highs, and SPY did too. I think SPY is up after us. Hold on. I hear, yeah, SPY. Wow, look, SPY's already made new all-time highs already at 617. New all-time highs. Yeah, this shit don't look. I think SPY can go to like 620 for the one more final leg up. Yeah, I'll have my chart. I have my chart out tomorrow morning. But this shit don't gap up. But either way, I have my chart posted at my tab.
Oh, someone said Google's 179 post in overnight hours. You better pray and hope that holds. We're gonna celebrate tomorrow if it does.
Everything is gapping up right now. Spy is at 617. Apple's barely even moved. Apple's at 201.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Apple's still at
that's
201.
right.
I'm not surprised Apple hasn't moved, bro. This company is so dead. Just be consolidating around the moving averages for no reason, bro.
No reason.
The whole stock market be running 5%, 10%, 12%, AMD up, Apple up. Nope. Apple down. Apple consolidating, Apple hanging around moving. Look at this craziness. Look at this
Piece
data,
of shit.
bro. It's a waste of time. Look at this. Let's look at the weekly chart. This is so dead, bro. Just look at the wicks, long wicks and small body, bro. Price is trying to close at the same price it opened at in the week. Such a dead stock, man. Just hanging
That's
around, right? Hanging around the moving average, doing nothing but wasting time, bro. Wasting my screen time right now as well. Like there's nothing going on. 201. Bro, this stock was at 201 back in April. This stock was at 201, bro, beginning of April. This stock has done nothing in 2 months. It's got not gone nowhere. Every stock in the market has recovered since April. Every single stock, bro. Every single look at AMD in April. Back in April, AMD $92, $90, $89. Apple still dead. Bro, 21, sorry, 3rd of April, 2nd of April, dead. 201, dead. Look at every other stock, bro. Bro, every other stock is up since April. All the stocks are up, bro.
not only that, most of these stocks already made their all-time highs, and Apple
All-time highs, bro. 52-week highs. And you got Apple just lagging there, bro, doing absolutely nothing with its life. Just hanging there, bro. Just hanging. Look at this. Oh, bro, this is an abomination of a stock, really. They need to date this off the S&P 500, bro. Look, Walmart since April. Look, Walmart back in April, 85, $86, right? $84. Hit 100, coming back now to 97. Apple it's almost July, bro. Look, April 2nd, 201. We was at 201. It's about to be July 2nd, 3 whole months, bro. A whole quarter to do nothing. No price action, no movement, bro. No innovation, bro. Nothing new. Just dead there. Just there, standing there, bro. Like a homeless guy in the corner of the street, just there. Just there. Like, what are you doing, man? There's so many better stocks out there, bro. So many better stocks, man. This is such a waste of time.
waste of time. I wouldn't even bother trading it.
Honestly, even SMCI. SMCI is also a crappy stock. But look, from April, from 29, we hit 48, $49. SMCI still got some, it's still a crappy company overall, no profit in anything. But still, at least the chart is doing something, bro. Apple, on the other hand, nothing, bro, nothing. And you look over, look at the last couple months, just there, just downtrending, and then just hanging around the moving average, below the moving averages. Not even a slight attempt to get above the moving averages. Not even. No attempts to really even do anything. $1 trillion market cap. Look, $3 trillion market cap. They can't even push this stock up a little bit. Not even like 1 or 2 days, just a bit of nice price action. Just there, just dead. Look at it, how it's just hanging. Look, just chilling there. No movement. Dojis, hammer candles, inverted hammer. No movement still, bro. The only stock in the market that would do nothing. No technical news no technical analysis can show that this stock can maybe run. No fundamental.
It used to be a time where Apple used to run the market up.
There was a
Now, this
time,
shit
bro. There
this
was
shit ain't even going up with the market no more.
exactly, bro. There was a time that Apple was a proper company. Now it's just a waste of time, bro. It's just a delayed stock, bro. A lagging stock. It's just a terrible stock, man. No upgrades on the iPhone, no software updates on the Mac, bro. No Mac OS is slow, bro. iOS is poor. This is a dead company, man. It's just hanging.
No cap.
No cap, bro. This stock, bro. They need to get this off the S&P 500. The sooner they do that, they need to fire Tim Cook, bro. Send him to work at McDonald's, bro. This guy is not doing anything, bro. Look at this stock, man. Hanging. Look, everything all-time highs. Apple just lagging, just there, just chilling. Waste of time, man. Terrible stock, man.
Someone said, "Do you see anything with MSTR?"
Yeah, if crypto can run again, then I think yeah, crypto can start, if crypto can run MSTR, right, look like Like MSTR had a good run from April to mid-May, came down. It's kind of like I drew these white lines. It's kind of hanging in between these. I think Coinbase is a better look right now. MSTR, I'll be honest with you, MSTR is not even a great company either. It's better than Apple, but it's not a great company. It just buys Bitcoin. Like if your plan as a company was just to buy Bitcoin and sit there, it's not really a great company. That's why it doesn't get as much hype as Coinbase. Like obviously if you see Coinbase chart, it's much better. So if you want to trade something related to crypto, go for Coinbase. MSTR is kind of just it ain't really it either, right? Like this is like the Apple of crypto. It's just kind of hanging. Like at least it has some good days, some good runs. It gives us a little bit of excitement, but mostly it's kind of just hanging. MSGI isn't great. And it's just a company that just buys Bitcoin, that's all. So yeah. Who that got his camera on, man? She said look at Uber. Yeah, Uber's nice. Below, sorry, above all the moving averages, coming back a little bit to test them. Weekly chart is very clean. Obviously, you had a little bit of a pullback and we broke out. We broke out of that falling wedge. Or I draw a trend line here, but yeah, broke out. 4 hours clean too. Yeah, that's mainly it though. Like, yeah. All right, folks, let's wrap this up. All right, last but not least, UNH. Yeah, let me go daily and weekly so you can kind of see. Weekly is cool. Weekly's got an inside bar,
Damn. I'm
right?
trying to see if I want to spend.
Daily's coming. It's trying to make that effort, right? This is what I like about these kind of stocks, UNH.
Yeah.
It had a big sell-off.
Really, two bands, 380. Hi, hun. Hey, baby. You smell good. Thank you. Has to take those lashes off.
Hold on, gang. What you got going?
Hey, mute your mics, man. Don't let me come find y'all, cause
But
y'all.
talking about some you smell good. Nigga, lock in.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, be careful out here. Don't want the stocks to, don't want the stocks to, you know. We really trying to, I'm hearing some crazy stuff right now. Don't want nothing crazy, bro.
You smell good.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, not right now.
Nigga.
You know, we got the cops in here. They see your government name, everything. So, smelling good is fine, but not while we doing the stocks. So, hey, it's better than if they said you smell musty, but you need to lock in though. Let's get focused on these stuff. So let's look at yeah, we looked at Uber.
And y'all do know this shit is recorded, bro. Like,
We looked at Uber already. We looked at Uber already. All right, I'm beginning my last stop because actually it's 7:30. I need to go. UNH is cool. For you guys, just get 350 calls for like 4 or 5 months out. It will come back. Like it got a gap to fill, right? Get up to 375. It's still struggling below the moving averages, but it's slowly making its way back. Either way, that's it, guys. I'm seeing people shirtless on camera now and stuff like that, so it means it's bedtime, it's late time. You guys starting to show me the you know what's. I don't want anyone on this call to see anything apart from stocks, right? I don't want them to see the you know the rest. There's no time for that right now, right? You can keep that for you
Like,
guys.
can you check out Walmart real quick, please?
Walmart, yeah, Walmart going up. Walmart's nice. It's got that potential to pull back and go higher. I like the Walmart. And then any other questions, just throw it in the chat, you know. That's about it, folks. My fault, folks. I thought I said it, but I'm out. Thank you. Let me know in the Discord chat if you enjoyed this. Appreciate you guys. It's gonna be recorded. Oh, it's already recorded. It's gonna be uploaded. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for showing up. We're going to Disney again. We're gonna have a great week. Thank you and peace. Apple stinks. Apple sucks. Make sure you don't buy Apple products. Bye.
Appreciate you, my fault.